Let's kick this off with just a simple, super simple strategy that everyone who has an options account can trade, which are covered calls.
When it comes to talking about strategies and trading, I'm very mechanical in my approach, meaning that I always kind of go to the same delta strikes for the short call or the short put, whether you're doing a covered call or a covered put, whatever it is. And I'm very mechanical with days to expiration, all that kind of stuff. So the only thing I need from you, Tony, is that you give me the name of the underlying and we'll take it from there.
Okay, we actually put out a covered call idea today on Apple. So why don't we take a look at that?
Sure,
The
happy.
stock's run 38% in the last couple of months. It's trading at 31 times forward earnings. It's expensive and stretched by all measures, and perhaps in a bit of a rotation market, this is a good time, in my opinion, to consider taking a look at some
Sure.
premium selling in a name like Apple.
Okay, so a couple things here to note. When you're doing covered calls, the perfect scenario for covered calls would be um, this would be what I would say. Perfect scenario for covered calls would be low basis, high implied volatility. Obviously, Apple has a very high implied volatility right now, which is nice. I wouldn't say the basis is low, but I would say that, 1 out of 2 is not bad. What we would do is we would go closest to 45 days. So in Apple, if I was doing a covered call right here, I would use the August options. It's 36 days. You can see days to expiration here. And we would generally use I know Apple has weeklies, but we would just consider the monthlies for the purposes of like this exercise. And what we would do is go closest to the 30 delta call. That's our default. Now you can adjust from there. So if we're doing Apple, you can see the deltas over here. The 240 strike is 28 deltas. That's closest to the 30 delta. So we simply just click on the bid. And then if we were buying the stock, we just click on the offer of, we click on the offer of the stock, click on the, what I say, 28, click on the bid here. And you can see I'm buying 500 shares of stock and selling 5 calls. If I was only going to do this as 100, it just adjusts. You'd route this as a single order. And this would be my default. Closest to 45 days on the option, closest to 30 deltas. And this gives you some optionality. If you, for whatever reason, think, hey, you know what? I want to have a little more upside, you could just drag it to the 245 call. And if you wanted a little more protection, you could take it to the 235 call.